Impossible, nothing!
Till the mic turns off, but now I'm here, I cannot go soft. I found myself when the rest got lost.
Alright guys, it's Mike Marcel here, and I just want to say congratulations for making the decision. I'm proud of you, man. We're all proud of you for taking charge of your life. From now on, things are going to be different for you and your family, but for you to become successful in this business, you need the proper mindset. You need the proper attitude. And that being said, you got to understand that this is your business. The success you create, it's based on you. Same with the failure. And all your teammates, your entire Vemma family, we're here to work with you, but not for you. But don't think you're not alone, because you're not. We're here to guide you every single step of the way, man. And the second thing, our goal is to get you as independent from us as fast as possible. And the third most important thing is understand in business, you're going to have your good days. You're going to have days with a lot of success. You're also going to have days with a lot of failure. It's fine, man. Everyone has gone through those days and everyone has those self-doubts. I can tell you, every single person that has ever made over millions of dollars in network marketing, they have felt self-doubt. They almost quit. We almost quit when we first started because of the self-doubt, and understand you're going to feel the same thing. And what we want to go through is, what do you want your upline to do when you feel that? Because it's going to happen. It happens to everyone. Do you want them to leave you alone? Or do you want them to remind you why you do this? The reason why you can't stop. The reason why you need to make this happen, man. And with that being said, we're going to go over 5 things, 5 steps to make sure that you guys launch your business. Because amateurs, they join a business. Professionals, they launch a business, and who's going to talk about these 5 steps is my friend, my mentor, well, honestly, like one of my brothers in this business now. Next wave of millionaires in this, Zach Meyer. What he's trying to do, more importantly, is find 4 people, or serious people, out of a group of 52 deck of cards that want to take this seriously. So with that being said, Zach Meyer.
Alright, thanks a bunch, Mike, for leading into that. Now, me talking to you, being the newest member in this business, I want to instruct you on how exactly to make this thing happen from the start. Mike said it, I'm going to say it again. Amateurs will start a business, professionals will launch a business. Now, you listening to this, you just started, you're not a professional. But that's not the point, because right now you are listening to the coaching of professionals to give you that ability to launch the business, alright? I want you to take this stuff seriously. All the stuff I'm going to say, I need you to get a notebook and a pen and pencil, because you need to go through and write this stuff down. This is incredibly crucial information to launch not just your business, but your life. Because you have to think about why you're doing this, why this caught your interest, why it is that you bought that silver pack, 2-pack, whatever it is that you purchased. And the main reason is because we have big goals, dreams, and aspirations. You want to achieve things. Look at how important that is to you. And realize that when you follow these 5 steps I'm going to outline for you, and you make sure that everyone that ever comes into or associated with you in the business follow these 5 steps, it will launch the rest of your life. So with that, let's get right into it. You got that pen and pencil? Notebook? Let's go. Point number 1, your list. Okay? And as I say this, I want you to understand that in this video, it's not like, oh, we're going to watch this and come back to it. I want you to start this right now. Meaning, after I'm done explaining this, pause it, get that list made. What's the list now? It's a list of literally everyone that you know. Facebook, phone book, all forms of connections. Okay? It's just organizing out all of the people that you're associated with. Because when you write all that stuff down, now it just gives your thoughts just more organization. Because when you write a name down, normally one can come back in. And you can build to that list consistently, and it's going to keep you more organized. And also, you just have to understand in the beginning that even if you don't understand the point in this, because I didn't either. When I first started, okay, I didn't think I needed to make a list. I didn't think I needed to go and follow all those other steps. And I was like, you know, I know my friends. I know who I'm going to invite to these things. It's not the way it works. Because when you do what people do and you say what they say, that is when you get what they get. Kind of like how 2 + 2 = 4. Okay, you can't all of a sudden just add 1 to 2 and get 4. Doesn't work that way. And if you look at all the individuals that are successful in this business, they will all adamantly say, time and time again, that the list is one of the most crucial things that you must have in your business from the start. And the moment I finally made that list is when, what do you know, things started moving. So that's point number 1, making the list. Now, moving on to point number 2. This is about establishing your why. And it's not even necessarily why you do Vemma, and I touched on this a second ago. This is why you exist. like why you live as a human being, why you are so pumped up and ready to take action in this business and never look back, why you're never going to quit, why every single morning you wake up and you ask yourself, why am I waking up right now and why should anyone care? It's that answer that launches you out of bed in the morning. That's what you have to write down. Okay, it's almost a visualization of your goals and dreams. Okay, for me personally, just to give you an example of this, this is what was able to just keep me strong when things were difficult. Okay, I would imagine what it was like being in my house over in LA, palm trees and sunshine when I woke up. You know, I had, you know, a full kitchen because I'm all about food. All right, I go down there, I can make whatever I want. I go and I have that whole key rack of, you know, all my cars for every day of the week, and I just go over to my studio where I'm just hanging out with a bunch of my buddies producing music and actually getting paid the entire time. Go over to my parents' house just a little bit down the way and then they're financially free. They're doing what they love. They have a house to live in. There's no more financial problems. I like immerse myself in that. And that visualization, that image, that lifestyle is enough to give me all the fuel that I need to never, ever stop. To do everything in my power to be there for everyone in my group and to always make sure I'm putting in 100% effort every day. That's why you have to establish the why, because things will get difficult. Okay, nothing worth it in life is easy. Okay, this business, sure, you can look at it like it's easier than most, and yeah, it's way more fun than most. But will I say it's easy? No. No, to get up to that $1 million point, that six-figure point, no, that's not easy. Is it fun? Is it fulfilling? Of course. But you still have to have that backbone, okay, that support behind you. And that's writing down that why. Just solidifying your visualization on exactly where you want to be in your life. That's point number 2. Now, point number 3. This one is incredibly important. This is all about the invitation. How to get people to actually come and hear about the opportunity in the first place. Okay, and I made this one very crucial because when I first heard about this, I didn't want to do it. It took me 2 months to ever show up to my first home event, and I actually had to be abducted from my house to even go there because I still didn't even want to show up because a buddy of mine called me up while I was at work, started trying to explain the business, and every single question that comes up, he would give me an answer that wasn't really that great because he just started in the business. He didn't know how to tell me about it, but one answer just led to 5 more questions. Another answer leads to 5 more questions. And, you know, my buddy being new to the business, he had no idea how to explain it. So I made generalizations, I made an opinion, and I cut it off. Didn't want to deal with it. I already believed what I was going to believe about the concept, and I pushed it away. You have to understand that there's a certain way to avoid that because all you want to do is score the appointment. It's not an interview over the phone. It's scoring the appointment so you get them to show up to the home event. And here's a process that seems to work very well. You can tailor it to how you work as a person and the friends that you communicate with, but you have to just get these main points at least. First off, you must be in a rush. Okay, no one wants to talk to you when you call them like, yo, Jimmy, what's going on? They're like, oh, not much. What are you doing? Oh, nothing really. I just want to see. Okay, no. You need to be in a rush because first off, it creates an excitement and it shows people that first off, you're working. You know, you're doing something important or substantial. All right? So first off, you want the call to kind of go like this. Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? I'll be like, oh, not much, man. What's happening? All right, I don't have that much time right now. But what are you doing Friday from 4 to 8? That second note, you want to clear the schedule. Find out when they're free. Now, if they're not free, let's say my buddy says, after I ask, are you free Friday between 4 to 8? If they say no, I got such and such going on, end the call. That's it. It's not about going in and having a conversation on information. Now you want to go in there and be like, all right, man, well, I'll just talk to you later, bro. I got some crazy stuff to go over. Hang up. All right? But now let's say they are free. Like, yeah, man, I'm not doing anything from 4 to 8, I think. All right, man, I've got this crazy project that I'm launching, man, and I just need to get your opinion on this. Okay, I know that, you know, you're a smart individual. Okay, I trust you more than a lot of people. You're business-minded in general, dude. I got to get your opinion on this thing, man, for this, like, really, I think, work for me. Can I count on you to be at my house Friday at 6 p.m.? I'll even pick you up. Now, what'll happen is a lot of times, you know, they might confirm it. They might be like, all right, yeah, sure, dude, I'll be there. But most of the time, people are going to ask questions. They'll be like, well, what is it, man? If I'm going to show up, I want to know what it is. And you have to put your foot down. Okay, you have to be stern, and you cannot go into information, because one question, one thing that you answer, I'm telling you, is falling into a trap, and it's going to keep escalating from there. Okay, it's going to build a skepticism, it's going to build this overabundance of curiosity. And what you need to do is not let yourself fall into it. Meaning, being stern and adamant on simply scoring the appointment. So, for an example, telling them, dude, if I could explain all this right now over the phone or over text, believe me, I would, because it'd be a lot more convenient. But there's a reason why you just need to be at my house Friday at 6. And I'll explain all that, and you'll understand all of it when you get there. You just have to trust me on this. Okay, you're my friend, and I need you to see this. Can I count on you to be at my house at 6? And most of the time they'll say, yeah. You gotta play the friend card hard. And if they still keep asking questions, reiterate what you just said. They want to ask the same question, reiterate the same answer. And if they're going to tell you something like, I'm not going to show up because you don't give them information, fine. They'll come around eventually. The curiosity will build and build and build. And I'm telling you, when you stay strong and stern in your position, they will come around eventually. And this is another thing I have to add on top of this, though, when it comes to the invite in this whole process. If you haven't talked to someone in a longer period of time, okay, someone maybe you haven't talked to in a couple of years, couple months, something like that, don't just jump into a phone call like this. Because if you haven't talked to someone in a couple of years, and you go and try to play the friend card that hard, it's not going to work. They're going to push you off, they're going to brush it aside. What you need to do is reform a connection and build a relationship before you would move into this process. A lot of times, maybe even giving yourself a week for kind of like those more long-distance friends. Just start building up a text conversation. Start talking to them. Maybe have one or two just kind of video call chats with them. Or maybe just go hang out. Or do something along those lines until you trigger that phone call to get them to hear about the opportunity. Alright? You don't want to scare people off with just random connections from people that you barely seem to know anymore. Alright? Now, moving on to the next step. Now, this is probably one of the most crucial ones. Step number 4. This is all about duplication of the business and taking action. Because you're not going to learn how to swim on the side of the pool. Alright? Outside of the pool, I can teach you all the strokes and all that stuff that I possibly can. But the moment I would throw you in the water after you think you know all of those strokes, it's a foreign territory. You barely even know how to move anymore. So now you got to relearn how to swim in the water. Whereas if we'd have just thrown you in the water in the first place and shown you how to do it, would have been a lot better. And that's exactly what we need to do right now, and why you're watching this, and why you've been writing all this stuff down as I've been going through with this. What we need to do is schedule your first 3 home events. Okay, this business doesn't form by you just focusing on everyone else's initiative. Like whenever your buddy has an event, or whenever anyone else is having an event, you just sit around doing nothing until someone has an event. You have to take initiative. Every single leader that's ever come up in this business, they started with their own home events. They realized, okay, these guys are making money now, and they're doing constant events. Well, I'm going to do constant events. Do what people do, say what they say, get what they get. So that's what you got to do from the start. Now, these events don't have to be massive. It's not like you're expected to have like a 50-person event the moment you enroll. Of course not. I'm talking like that, your first home event can be 1 person. 1 to 5, something that simple. And all you have to do is schedule those out. So let's say you enrolled on like a Thursday, like it's a Thursday right now. And someone, you end up scheduling it out, so maybe Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday. Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday you schedule out events. Just saying you confirm a time and a place, so on that list you go in and start using that inviting process I was talking about to get people to show up to those home events. And imagine if you got 3 individuals to show up to that first home event. You end up just following suit, you end up watching some videos, maybe an upline leader, comes over to that house or just gets on a video call to just help explain the business. And let's say 2 individuals enroll right there. They follow suit with this same process, and you start compounding so the events start building over time. And it all starts with you taking initiative from the beginning. So whoever has enrolled you, whatever leader you're with presently right now, sit down at this moment and schedule out when you're going to do these events, where you're going to do these events, and then most importantly go into how exactly you're going to be doing these events. Okay, making sure obviously the house is clean, you got cold verve, right? You're setting up a nice setting, you have leadership present, and make sure you always have computers or laptops set up so you can go into videos and immediate enrollments at that point in time. Alright, Now going on to the final and conclusive step, the fifth one, it's getting plugged into the group. You want to get onto that Facebook page, whatever your local group is you're associated with, and obviously getting onto Vemma Self-Made so you can be updated on any new info that I've released or any other big leaders like Mike Monticello here or anyone else releasing things to the mass public, be it videos or tools. Alright, just getting plugged in so you just have all the information you need from the leaders when they're released. And the main thing though is getting at least 3 upline leaders' contact information. Meaning phone number, adding them on Facebook, Uvu, Skype, Google+, everything. And you got to do that right now. Okay, if you go in and you got an upline leader's number, don't be afraid to text them. Okay, we're here to help you out. We're not here once again to just build everything for you. Obviously not, but we're here to support you. We're here to give you the tools you need and help coach you along to do what we do and say what we say. That's how the business works. Okay, we're not just going to brush other people off. So get contact information and contact upline leaders. Meet with whoever enrolled you or whoever's there right now. Write out a list of all those other names and phone numbers and just give them a call. Give them a text. Let them know who you are, and honestly just show the leaders how dedicated you are. Tell the leaders, I just watched the entire launch video. I've got that list made. I have my why established. I understand the invite. I got 3 home events scheduled already. Are you ready to work with me? Because I'm ready to work. You tell that to an upline leader, oh yeah, they are going to be behind you 110% every day of the week, no excuses. And I can tell you that I've experienced, because if I got a text like that, I'm going to be helping you out. Because I'm here, like Mike said, to find those dedicated individuals that have that same fire in their eyes that I did when I heard about this opportunity. When I realized that all my dreams and goals were now attainable. When I didn't think that I really could achieve much, to now knowing that there's barely anything I can't achieve. Alright? You got to show that. You got to be that right now. So summarizing everything that I talked about to make sure that you guys really have this written out like I was saying. Point number 1, establishing the list. Hopefully you got that thing in front of you right now. And whoever the enroller is or leader present as this thing is going on, sit down. This is not a time to brush off initiative. Okay, you got to take advantage of things now. N-O-W, no opportunity wasted. We got time. We got time to do this. Alright, now point number 2, establishing the why, having that thing written out. Point number 3, maybe go through some role playing and practice the invite with whoever you're with right now. Okay, and maybe if you're by yourself watching this video and upline somewhere else, give them a call on the phone and practice the invite that way, because that's normally the way this is done in the first place. Okay, you can practice, go in and practice it. Now the 4th thing, scheduling out those first 3 home events. And I'm going to tell you, once again, summarizing this thing, especially if you just went and dropped $560 on a silver pack. Okay, I'm not exactly sure why you invested in this business if you're not actually going to take initiative and go set up those home events. Okay, because if you go set up those home events, you got 3 home events in your first week set up, maybe in the first 4 days you're in the business, you're going to frenzy. You follow that invitation process. You have your list organized. You have people show up to those events. You're going to frenzy. You're going to make that $700+ in the first couple days in the business. And you're going to help all your friends do the same thing just by following this process. And the final thing, the 5th one, making sure you're plugged into the upline. All those upliners, because they're there to support. So get in contact with them. And make sure that you go over these 5 steps consistently, because this doesn't stop with you. This is not just you having this information. This is you knowing that this tool is available for you to now teach every single individual that you introduce to the business, and that they introduce to the business, and that they introduce to the business. So that way this duplication really can work. This is about multiplication, not adding. 2 + 2 a bunch of times, it's 2 + 2 = 4. Another 6, 8, 10. Okay, when you multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, that's what makes a penny turn into 5.36 million after 30 days of duplication. You want a business like that. You don't want a business that adds, you want a business that duplicates. Something that moves and moves and moves constantly, so you can go hit that 6-figure income this year. So you can go get your car in 3 months from now. From right now. How much is that worth to you? You follow these steps, you teach to teach, you're driving in that BMW, Mercedes, whatever you want in 3 months from now. That is the kind of opportunity we have present right now, and for all of the other information that I want you guys to get and follow, I want to toss it over to Mike really fast to explain exactly what the Vemma Bible is and really just emphasize how important this is for this newest person we're talking with right now.
Guys, you guys don't understand that this business, it's easy. You do not have to overcomplicate things. Those 5 steps, those are your only responsibilities. And with that being said, for further information on how to get paid, the compensation plan, more about the product, network marketing as an industry, look into the tool called the Vemma Bible. Literally has everything you need to become successful, guys. And when you read the Vemma Bible, you print it out and you have it physically in your hands. Remember, you do not learn for knowledge, because if you do, it will leave you unsuccessful. You have to learn for action. Taking the things you learn, the 5 steps, and repeatedly doing action every single day till you become successful.
Alright, now that you have all these steps, you just have to understand this is all about action. Okay, it's about what you're about to do with these steps, knowing that more meetings means more money. And when you follow these steps and just take consistent action upon action upon action, you're going to keep having events. Your entire team, organization will keep having events. The exposure will continue, and they will be quality. Because when people will show up, now people will sign up. And it's going to keep happening and happening and happening. And you really are going to build this asset to the top. To the tippity top, and you're going to do it through utilizing all of these tools right here, right now. So once again, congratulations to you, the newest member. I'm beyond excited to see what you are about to do in this business, so I can meet you personally after you take initiative in this thing, like I know that you will, so we can all make the rest of our lives the best of our lives. Thank you so much, and let's rack them up.
So do me a huge favor, man. I'm telling you, you got to be careful, because if you keep doing this average thing, it's going to suffocate you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? The average is going to suck the life out of you. When you're average, it suffocates the very life out of you. But when you become great, you want it as bad as you want to breathe, and you're willing to do whatever it takes. So do your boy a huge favor. Listen to me. Be phenomenal. And I told you, I'm going to stop saying be phenomenal or be forgotten. I'm telling you to be phenomenal because you are. Forget about your past, man. I know it was a dark, deep past. I feel you. I've been there, done that. But do me a favor. Forget about your past and make the rest of your life the best of your life. And please don't.